Hi, I'm Brian King, and this is Marriage Monday. This time of year, thankfulness and gratitude are everywhere. In conversation, at family gatherings, on social media. You can't escape it. And honestly, I've never liked being put on the spot with that question. You know the question. So, what are you thankful for? It always felt like I was expected to produce a perfect list. And heaven help you if you forget somebody or something. And if you made something up, you feel guilty. And then you feel guilty that you haven't been expressing that gratitude all year long. Hmm, not my favorite thing. But today, I want to talk to you about thankfulness in a way that actually matters. Not just the question you have to answer before you can eat, but thankfulness inside your marriage, gratitude inside your marriage. Why does that matter? Well, recently, I heard a divorce attorney, a guy named James Sexton. Apparently, he's a very famous divorce attorney and has handled some high-profile cases. But when they were talking to him, they asked him, what is the main cause of divorce? And he said, well, it's not what you'd expect. It's not the big money problems or the cheating or the huge betrayals. Surprisingly, when he said a number one reason for divorce from his point of view was that couples simply drifted apart. They stopped appreciating each other. They stopped doing the little things they used to do. No fireworks, no scandals, just slow, gradual neglect and taking each other for granted. Now, that's something we should pay attention to. Drifting is easy. It really is. You got to be careful. You got to watch out for it. Staying connected takes intention. So maybe it's time for a quick gratitude checkup for husbands. And don't worry, you don't have to make a list. You don't have to sit around thinking deep thoughts. It's actually really simple to tell if you're being thankful for your wife. I'll give you 4 quick checks. Number 1, do you do things for your wife when she asks you to? And when you do you do it without complaining? Gratitude shows up in your tone just as much as in your actions. Sometimes, yeah, okay. I might pass that one. Number 2, do you do things for her without being asked? Just seeing that something needs to be done, and do you take care of it? Do you do it before she asks? All right, I could use some work on that one. Number 3, when you have free time, do you think about ways to make her happy? Yeah, I could use some work on that one too. That mindset alone strengthens your marriage. Number 4, is there something you used to do for her that you don't do any longer? And why? If so, why did you stop? All good questions. I think I passed, but I could probably use a little work on some of them. And that's okay. Look, if some of these questions made you wince a little bit, that's okay. This is the perfect time of year to start turning some of those no's into yeses. Because thankfulness is more than a feeling, it's a habit. And gratitude practiced daily is one of the best protectors your marriage will ever have. That divorce attorney said that a lot of the divorces, even the high profile ones, it wasn't big, scandalous things that broke them up. They just drifted apart. Maybe they thought they had the trophy wife. And, I think that term was developed to show that once you got married, you just kind of stopped doing everything else. And you didn't think you had to anymore because you got her. You don't need to do anything else. That's a really bad attitude. Yes, you got married, but that really means it's the start of something, not the end. It's the beginning, not the end. And I think a lot of people with that attitude find out eventually that it doesn't make a marriage last. So this is a short one this week. Gratitude. If you're really grateful, you'll be able to see it. You'll see it in those things like, do you do things for her without complaining? Do you do things before she even asks? When you have free time, do you think about ways to make her happy? And are there any things that you used to do that you don't feel like you have to do anymore because you're married? That whole attitude of, yep, she's my wife. Yeah, okay, I'll just take her for granted. That's trouble. So we don't want to have that. So take that checkup and think about it. It's perfect time of year to make some changes and move forward one day at a time. And it is definitely worth it. This guy saw tons and tons of high profile divorces. If you have a good marriage, you've got something that money can't buy, something that is so valuable that, it's worth protecting. So put the time in to protect it and enjoy it while you're doing it. That's it for today's Marriage Monday. Thanks for listening. See you next time.